So in this one, we're going to be going over cron jobs. Really useful way to exploit privileges. See this one a lot on a lot of quite a few hack the box machines. It's quite a popular way on CTS, things like that. That you'll typically find Privesk. If there is a cron utility around, there's more than likely going to be some sort of Privesk with it. So to start off, what actually is cron? It's just a command scheduler on Linux. It takes commands you get and executes them at specific times, whether that be monthly, daily, at a certain time, every minute, every 5 minutes, things like that. And the ones you want to be looking out for in the timing section here, if we see asterisks all across from the minute, hour, day, month, time, things like that, that basically means that, like this here, the 5 asterisks, that just means that it'll be executing every minute. And that's the ones that we do want to look out for. Check the time anyway and see when they do execute, so it doesn't mean if something runs every 5 minutes that it's not a way to get in, especially on a live machine. You still want to check it out. So cron enumeration, you can view the cron tasks with either viewing through cat, or if you've got access to the utility, you can cron tab-l and it'll just list all the cron tasks available with that. And once you've listed off those things, you always want to, the first thing I would always do is just check the permissions on the directory that the cron is stored in. Can you write to the cron file, that sort of thing, because that's an easy way. And if the cron's running as root and you can write to the file that it's executing, you just simply spawn a bash shell or create a reverse shell, things like that. First thing we're going to be going over is path abuse. So the cron path is used to search for cron scripts. It's a list of directories being searched from left to right until the script is found. So when you're displaying cron tasks, you'll be given this, so it tells you the shell it's using and the path. So this is where that it's going to search for the different scripts. So it goes left to right. So user local sbin, then user local bin, things like that. So if you put, if the script doesn't exist in here first, if you were to put a script here, it would execute that first, meaning your malicious script would be executed, let's say, before existing here. That's one way to abuse it. So if the cron script is not specified by an absolute path, if we had write permissions over the path directories, could run our own script by inserting a malicious script into the location the cron utility is looking. That's basically the premise of it. So we're just gonna, if we have write permissions on the directory it's looking in, we're just gonna, we'll simply just either edit the script or place our own in, or otherwise if we've got access to the path that it's looking in, we just, or before our path it is going to look in. For example, if in front of this user local bin there was a home directory that we had access to, we'd put our script in there, it'd find it and then execute our scripts. So to demonstrate path abuse, I'm just using the example from try-hack-me. So what we're going to do is just see what crons are running. So as you can see here in our path, it said that in our home directory, that is the first place it's going to look, which if you ever see this on a box, this should immediately be something you check out. And as you can see, there's two scripts here that run every minute. One of them's a compression thing, so obviously this one was zipping, and one of them's an overwrite sh. In this case, we don't particularly even need to do this, but I'm going to show you another way as well. So if we just find the actual file, we found it here, we're just going to check the file permissions on it. So as you can see there, we can rewrite to this file here. So if we open this, we can add whatever we want to it. So just the bottom there, save it. We have write permissions to that. So if we just open it up again, as you can see, that's just a very easy way. It's always a nice, easy one to check. So you've got write permissions because you can just add whatever you want in there. In our case, we're not here for that. We're going to be abusing the this path abuse here. So we're in a home directory at the minute where it's going to look. All we've done is create a little script, and inside the script it's just simply copying bash to the temp directory, making it executable. The important bit with this sort of path abuse is you need to make the files executable, otherwise no matter what, it just won't, it obviously just won't work. So if we then check where it's going to go, if we try and open up a bash shell, as you can see we spawn a root shell. So all we've done there is placed a script in the first directory, or even if it wasn't the first directory, if it was further down the line, as long as the actual original script is not in before we can put our malicious script in, we could do whatever we want here. We could spawn a shell, just in this, or sorry, a reverse shell. In this case, we've just copied bash over to get a root shell. So obviously now we can access the root directory. We have root on the system, so we can sort of do whatever we want.